And we're back with more Uncut Long War 2. Today we're going to get introduced to a very special soldier. Some of you might remember him, but even if you don't, you're in for a very special treat. A resistance group in old Mississippi told us about a man who would be a great fit for Xcom and insisted we see for ourselves. Since we need all the help we can get, we made a trip, though I'm not entirely sure it was worth it. Upon our arrival, we were introduced to Bob, a middle-aged man with no military training. Normally when people interested in joining Xcom lack the necessary skills, we look for their passion. If they show a strong enough desire to fight, we let them join. I suppose Bob has a strong desire, but his reasoning is completely asinine. I'll use his words because it's impossible to paraphrase. When I was a boy, I lived on a farm with my daddy, and all day, every day, I used to shoot rabbits from off my porch. There was an infestation of them, and they were eating all the crops. They were breeding like rabbits. Now, we could have used pesticides or rat poison or something like that, but Daddy was an old school man. He used to say, son, there's only 3 ways to deal with problems in this world: with your hands, with your mind, or with a gun. And that third option uses all 3. Anyway, when the aliens came down, they destroyed the farm and all the rabbits, except one. We kept him for a while, but he died because, well, we got hungry. But look, we needed to get rid of some of the rabbits because there were too many. Then these slimy bastards with big heads and googly eyes came down and killed all of them. And that ain't right. So, I'm getting revenge. Not for me, not for my daddy, rest his soul, not even for the farm, but for the rabbits. So, as you can see, he's passionate, but I don't think he understands what we're up against. I suppose we'll just have to find out if he's got what it takes. We need all the manpower we can get. Alright folks, we are back, and today we are doing a special council mission, Operation Dragonfall. Our objective for today is to neutralize a target, so we are going to be assassins. We're going to go into the city and shoot somebody in the head. And it's going to be very exciting, and the rewards are very nice: 185 supplies and 116 intel. Before we go on the mission, we'll just take a look at the state of the world. We've got 3 advent facilities very close to one another, but we don't have enough intel to get to all of them. We are currently making contact with West Africa, and we're going to need another 160 intel to make contact with South Africa and Europe, Western Europe. So the intel reward from this mission is vitally important to our success. So let's see who's going to help us succeed. Alright, we're coming in with an unorthodox squad today, but a very, very powerful one. We've got 2 sharpshooters. First up is Liam Marcoles. He is our long-range sniper, and he's got tracer rounds and the Shadowkeeper pistol, which is giving him a big bonus to his accuracy, plus 10 on each of those. And then his primary weapon has a superior scope, which is giving him another plus 15 accuracy. He is going to be able to dominate targets from long range. He also has a spider suit, which is going to allow him to get on top of rooftops with ease. Next up, we have Mark Barden. He's our more mobile sniper, and he is using the wrong weapon. There we go. So now he has a fancy superior scope on his weapon as well as a hair trigger, which has a 5% chance to give him a bonus action, which is always nice. He's got armor penetrating rounds and a battle scanner. He's also wearing a chest piece from BleedOutMod that's increasing his defense. Next up, we got a returning character, one of my favorites. His name is Bob, and he is a trooper this time, and he's got a smoke grenade and a plasma grenade. He's the only person in our squad that's bringing any sort of explosives, so that thing is going to be vitally important. We've got to treasure it. He doesn't have many abilities yet, but hopefully he will survive for a long time so that he can become very powerful. And then Jason Reaper Echo is the next one. He is our shinobi. He's making his epic return, and for some reason he's not wearing his fancy hunter's axe, so he's got those on his back now. He has a shard gun as his primary weapon, the rocket launcher, and the talon rounds for his utility item, and he's wearing the Mangler chest piece, which is giving him extra points of armor, extra HP, and the rage stimulant ability for extra crit damage and accuracy when he becomes injured. Next up, Akani Pile. She is a hybrid specialist, so she has a med kit without medical protocol, but she has 3 of them, I believe. I haven't used her for a while. Yeah, she's got 3 med kits. She's got covering fire, combat protocol, will to survive, so she'll take a little bit less damage, and she's got that shotgun to get up close and personal and dookie blast the hell out of people. And finally, we have Viktor Korobov coming back. He's a rogue, and he's all about sneaking around and giving us vision. And I was initially going to give him a mind shield, and I'm gonna swap that out for a battle scanner, because we don't. Where is my battle scanner? Come on, guys. Come on, Xcom. Oh, I already have one. What am I talking about? Never mind. I'll leave the mind shield on. I'm an idiot. I forgot in the time when I said Mark Barden has a battle scanner to going over to Viktor Korobov, I forgot that Mark Barden had a battle scanner. So no doubt when I get on the mission, I'm going to forget once again that I have a battle scanner. So let's hurry up and get out there so I don't forget that I have a battle scanner by the time I get on the mission. Here we go. Alright, let's do this. We're starting off on a roof. Unfortunately, the VIP is inside a building, so we're not going to be able to shoot him on the street. Something that happens from time to time with these assassination missions is the VIP will be out in the street, and if you have a sharpshooter with you, you can just get line of sight, put everybody on the evac zone, shoot him in the face, and then leave. And it's so freaking amazing when that happens. But we're probably gonna have to fight our way through this, but that's okay. Fighting is good sometimes. It's good experience, and you know it's nice leveling up your guys. So while we've got a little bit of downtime, I'm gonna ramble about some stuff that we talked about last time. And we've got eyes on the first group, just a goon squad, shield bearer, elite officer, heavy lancer, nothing too crazy, but that shield bearer is a powerful threat. We're gonna keep most of our guys on the roof for now because I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to approach the building just yet. So we're gonna move over through this building first, or over this building. But in the previous episode, I was using a lot of vulgarity, some real strong language, right? Specifically the P word, and you know, I always feel bad when I use really strong language, right? You know, like normal curses, you know, shit, and stuff like that. It's fine, right? It's called Uncut, and if you're this far along in the series, then you already know that I curse from time to time. But I feel bad about saying the real heavy stuff because it can be seen and as offensive. You know, harsh language like that can be offensive, especially words like the P word. I'm gonna try not to say it too much today, partly because, you know, I do understand that, you know, saying stuff like that is not always, it's not always easy on the ears for everybody, and I get that, and I don't want people to have a hard time watching this stuff. I want to be moderately accessible, but at the same time, you know, I do like to cuss from time to time. I do like to throw in a little bit of strong language. That's just who I am. But I do recognize that younger people, or quote more sensitive people, listen and watch my content from time to time. So I am very conscious of the things that I say, but that oftentimes will not stop me from saying anything ridiculous or vulgar, right? And you know, like Joshua Campos, for example, like your little brother watches, and I get that, and that's real cool. No. Yeah. Fuck XCOM, fuck this game, fuck using quiet language. Holy fuck. Anyway, Like I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by a civilian. Oh my goodness. We're all gonna die. Just by the way. So yeah, I'm very conscious of that stuff, right? Because I don't know how old your little brother is. You know, as far as I know, he could be, 16, 17, 18. And if that is the case, he's probably saying, crazy stuff more often than I am. Because at that age, that's all you do. All you do when you're in your teens as a guy is cuss up a storm. Especially if you're in public school. Don't even get me started on public school. It's a nightmare. Anyway, but my point is, I'm conscious of that stuff, and I am aware. I'm not a monster, right? And I think that's what separates the good people or the decent people from the real assholes. And Liam Marcoles, he's in a bad spot to get shots off on the stuff that I really need him to get shots on, which are these Advent. And I don't want to move him to a closer position where he can take a lot of damage. So I'm just gonna leave him where he is for now. I'll steady his weapon, but this is turning out for the worse. Ever Vigilant is going to proc on Jason Reaper Echo, thankfully, but we are also going to get vision on the rest of the enemies, which is terribly unfortunate. And the Ever Vigilant is going to proc on the Codex and miss completely. I was hoping the Advent would move first, but they're not going to. And we've got a Mutant, a special kind of Mutant. What is that? A Mutant Elite with 4 points of armor and 25 health. Is that stronger than the Mutant Centurion? Ridiculous. Once again, I'm questioning whether or not I should uninstall the Long War Alien Pack, because that is terrifying. Ugh, and we have a lot of Naga too. This is gonna be a pain in the ass. Jason's gonna die. No, he's not. Maybe he is. Ugh. Dude, like my sphincter is just clenching right now. It's just All right, so we got to kill the shield bearer first, because if we kill him, then the shield will get dropped off of everybody. But my goodness, this is a pain in the ass. All right, where's Victor? Victor's the only one who's gonna make way towards the objective. Everybody else is just gonna be fighting a very bloody battle in the streets for this one. But yeah, going back onto the topic, I think that's what separates the crazy people from the people that have like a little bit more of a soul, right? If you got a soul, or at least a little bit of good in you, you're willing to say bad stuff sometimes. You're willing to say things that might be offensive, but it makes you feel bad, and that's the boat that I'm in constantly in my life, because because again, I do have. Whoa, that was beautiful. Because I do have that I'll say anything attitude, for better or for worse. So if I have a thought about XYZ and it's not the greatest thought ever, I'll say it. And some people will get mad, some people won't like it, but I'm gonna say it. Because that's how I do. But anyway, we're going to use the throw axe ability to remove the Overwatch from the elite officer. And then we're going to put Jason Reaper into some full cover. And the coolest thing about Ever Vigilant is that he gets to move and go on Overwatch. So he can be... Ooh, wait a minute. He's got a rocket launcher. I forgot about that. Oh, shit. I'm going to use the rocket on these Naga Serpentis just so I can force them to move, and because they have sniper rifles, they won't shoot. So I'm going to save myself from some potential one-shots, because a lot of my guys are in half cover right now. So those Naga Serpentis with their 85 base aim are ridiculously dangerous targets. The Codex is probably the least dangerous of all the enemies, because we already know what it's going to do. And unfortunately, I should have moved Liam Markle's a bit sooner. Because, man, his line of sight is all fucked up. Damn. All right, let's scope this out a little bit. Unfortunately, okay, yeah, he can see all these guys. There we go. Yeah, Liam Markle's line of sight is really fucked, or it was from the position he was in before, so he wasn't able to do very much. But in the next turn, he's going to be able to decimate any of these targets. I messed up pretty big there. I fully acknowledge that was a misplay. I should have taken the risk and moved him, but I'm always worried about my sharpshooters, man, because they're so valuable and so fragile at the same time. So now for the final move, I'm going to come down here and shoot the elite officer in the face and hopefully kill it. It's a bold move. I could try for something safer like aid protocol on Jason Reaper Echo. But man, I'm feeling ballsy. I guess my luck has run out. And Bob doesn't have line of sight on anything, so he's not going to be very useful. We're going to get him off the roof at this point. Yeah, we'll just move him down here, and we'll toss out a smoke for Jason just to give him a bit of extra protection. Fucking civilian. I should throw a grenade at him. All right, if I don't find a good use for this grenade by the end of the mission, I'm killing that civilian that's on the roof. Right there. Yeah, he's going to go down. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, you know, I'm very conscious of that stuff, and the Advent officer just set himself on fire to get a height advantage. Totally wasn't worth it. You know, so yeah, I'm always gonna be in that weird position, especially because I do call these uncut. So I go in saying, all right, look, if you read the description, you know that I'm gonna cuss a little bit. I'm gonna talk about kind of whatever. So you get the picture. So I don't feel bad. I'm never going to feel bad if somebody gets offended. Like, I'm never going to feel bad for me if somebody gets offended, but I will feel bad about offending somebody. That's what I'm trying to get at. And personal shield, I've never seen that before. I believe that was from the Mutant Centurion. That seems pretty intimidating. And another Naga Serpentis way off in the distance is taking shots at us. So we're going to have to deal with that. And the second shield bearer used the ability, but it didn't hit that many targets, so we're in the clear in that regard. Alright. There's a lot of sweating going on right here. There's a lot of I'm in a very panicked position. I'm in a very stressful situation. But as you can see, we've got these 100% chances to hit. So unless something stupid happens, we're gonna kill these Naga Serpentis. But before we do that, let's turn back over to Viktor Karabov, so we can get eyes on the rest of the stuff. I don't know exactly where the mutant is, so I have to be careful about how I move. So I'm gonna switch positions. That's not gonna reveal anything. I hope I'm safe in going by this window. If I'm not, that mutant is probably gonna slash me. Okay. That's scary, man. So now what we've got to do is find out the most optimal way to kill all of these snakes. And truth be told, I don't think there is one. I don't think there's any optimal strategy for dealing with any of the stuff that we have to deal with right now. And it's due in large part because we don't have grenades on this mission. But I've done this to myself, and I'm going to have to pay the penalty. So first things first, Serpentis number 1, eat your heart out. Whoa, that's 100%. Why am I taking a deep breath? Okay. I'm giving you guys a... all right, what next? And then, yeah, take out the other one like this. And there we go. Death from above and implacable. And it looks like a Why did I get a blue move out of that? Oh, that's insane. Okay, I was a little bit confused there as to why I got a blue move and a full sprint out of this. Death from Above and Implacable together have given me a full extra action. Wow. I can't use my weapon, my sniper rifle, because I already used it. But damn, that's insane. If I really needed to get off this roof, I would be well within my power to do so. But I don't need to leave the roof. Stoop Kid never leaves the stoop. Liam Marcoles never leaves the roof. So so we'll just do that. And then to finish off the turn, we're gonna blue move Jason Echo into position next to the Codex. I could slash it, or I could fleece it, but I'm not ready for it to split just yet, so I'm just gonna reload. And the reason I'm comfortable with this is the Codex, no matter what, it uses its teleport as its first move, so I don't have to worry about Jason getting shot in the face. And that Advent Captain is really annoying. But one thing I will say, though, is even though I don't have to worry about Jason getting shot in the face, I will give him a protocol just in case. And what the hell, let's take a peek at what we have inside the tower. But just imagine, though, how different I would be if I was completely unfettered. Squad recovers all action points already spent this turn, 91% chance. This is the thing that I've been waiting for my entire life. Holy fuck. That is, wow. We win. But just imagine how different these Let's Plays would be, these uncut videos would be, if I was completely unchained and unfettered, right? Like I'm you know, like if you compare me to somebody like Jim Norton or just like who's that radio person? Oh, what's his name? Oh my god, what's his name? Howard Stern, right? If you compare me to somebody like Howard Stern or Jim Norton, I am so tame compared to these guys, and that ability that we just got access to reset our action points is a fucking cheat code and a half. This is ridiculous. We're gonna slaughter everything. Oh my gully god gosh, this is beautiful. Look at this. This is like not even a challenge anymore.
Who's keeping score?
But just imagine how unfed. Oh, we didn't get a blue move from that. I guess we didn't get Implacable again. I don't know. I guess Implacable has a cooldown, like an internal cooldown of 1 turn. Who knows? Go figure. It doesn't matter. Anyway, it just, you know, if I am very tame compared to some of those guys, and I only imagine how different these playthroughs would be and how different my viewer base would be if I was completely unfettered. If I'm being perfectly honest, I'd probably have more subscribers if I was completely unfettered and unchained. Unchained Rob. Because people eat that shit up, right? People love when somebody just gets out of control, starts speaking their mind, talking about, you know, whatever somebody that's completely unhinged would talk about. And I don't have vision on the Mutin, so any moves that I make at this point are very risky. But risks are meant to be taken. All right, there we go. We got eyes on not the Mutin. We still don't know where that thing is, and we also don't have eyes on the objective yet either, which is terribly unfortunate. Alright, we'll just hunker down and hope we don't get revealed. But yeah, I mean, but it'd be weird. I mean, because some, like, the thing is that some of you guys wouldn't be happy about Unchained Rob, because it would be too much. It would it would be too much to deal with a version of me that is just cursing up a storm every day, just not caring about saying, you know, shit, piss, cocksucker, motherfucker, bitch, just like it, just all the time. That's a George Carlin thing, but you know, it'd be too much for some people. But then, you know, You know, maybe it's worth it. Maybe I should just become unchained and unhinged. You know, put up you know, get rid of all the restrictions and see what happens. Because that's what, you know, when you get a crazy guy playing XCOM, then somebody goes and tells their friends, yo, this crazy dude is playing XCOM. And then it grows from there. But who knows? Who knows? But, you know, if anything, what I'm getting at is sometimes I do regret not being completely unhinged. But most of the time, I don't. Because you know what? I like you guys. Joshua Campos, you my boy. Candale Jack, you my mans. You know, Daniel Mickelchuk, everybody. All of you guys. I'm not going to recite every single person that... oh, shit. Whoops.